The Heroic Life of Dorris Dory Miller, First African American awarded the United States Navy Cross, by Lily Williams. What is he known for? For distinguished devotion to duty, extraordinary courage, and disregard for his own personal safety in the face of a serious fire, assisted in moving his captain, who had been mortally wounded, to a place of greater safety, and later manned and operated a machine gun until ordered to leave the bridge. Frank Knox, Secretary of the Navy, May 27, 1942. This marks the first time in this conflict that such high tribute has been made in the Pacific Fleet to a member of his race, and I am sure that the future will see others similarly honored for brave acts. Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet. Growing up. Born on October 12, 1919 in Waco, Texas, to Connery and Henrietta Miller, Dorris lived a poor lifestyle as his parents were sharecroppers. At 5'9" and weighing 200 pounds, Dorris quickly became the fullback on his high school football team and excelled greatly. Unfortunately, he was expelled from high school due to multiple racial fights with white students. After this, Dorris worked on his father's farm until he was 20 years old, and soon afterwards enlisted into the United States Navy in 1939 to help his family financially. Who was he? Because of segregation, Miller was not allowed to hold a combat position in the Navy. He first served as a mess attendant, 3rd class, which meant that he prepared and served food, washed dishes, cleared tables, and made the beds and cleaned the restrooms for the officers and crew on board. Dorris served as the ship's cook on the USS West Virginia battleship. On the morning of December 7, 1941, now known today as the attack at Pearl Harbor, Dory's ship was at war with Japanese torpedoes, planes, and bombers. Because of his size, Dory began to carry those injured and get them to safety, which included rescuing his captain. Despite having no artillery training, Miller manned one of the ship's 50 caliber Browning anti-aircraft machine guns and fired at enemy planes effortlessly until there was no more ammunition, and he survived. What about today? Even before his great military accomplishments, Miller was known aboard the USS Virginia for boxing tournaments. Now 6'3" and over 200 pounds, Miller became the heavyweight champion out of the 2,000 crew members on board. After his service, Dory was awarded the Navy Cross, Purple Heart Medal, American Defense Service Medal, Fleet Clasp, Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, and the World War II Victory Medal. Miller continued to climb in rank from Mess Attendant 2nd Class before Pearl Harbor, Mess Attendant 1st Class on June 1, 1942, and exactly 1 year later advanced to Petty Officer Ship's Cook 3rd Class on the Liscum Bay. The Dorris Miller Foundation was born in 1947 to award an outstanding individual or group in race relations. The U.S. Postal Service also issued a commemorative stamp honoring Miller on June 30, 1973, and he is one of the only 4 awarded this postal stamp. And the USS Miller was commissioned as well in honor of Dorris's brave actions. Along with these, many schools, parks, and recreational buildings have been named after him. Reflections. Dorris Dory Miller has inspired millions of people around the world coming from all different backgrounds, races, and families to expect the unexpected and go above and beyond those expectations. Many people, including Senator James Meade of New York, have been petitioning for Dory to be awarded with the Medal of Honor for his brave actions as a non-combatant. Unfortunately, these requests have not come to pass, but Dory has been continually recognized throughout the years. Dory's story has challenged history to acknowledge those people who are unknown and forgotten, yet who have made a great impact on this nation and other people around the world by their service. Above and beyond. 5 months after being promoted to petty officer, ship's cook 3rd class, Dorris was reassigned to the Luscombe Bay during the Battle of Tarawa. A Japanese torpedo struck the ship and set off the bombs on the ship, leaving only 272 survivors, and the rest, along with Dorris, presumed dead. On December 7, 1943, exactly 2 years after his heroic acts, Miller's parents were notified of their son's death. A recruitment poster was posted along all the naval bases of Dorris Miller, titled "Above and Beyond the Call of Duty" in remembrance of him. Dorris has also been honored in movies, books, and social events for years, and will continue to inspire and provide motivation for those to come. Dory Miller has set a wonderful example of bravery and responsibility despite unknown circumstances, and he will continue to inspire those, including us, forever.